Hey, Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Wahabra Kakudash, Barakatam, Akim. I just want to go into some scriptures regarding the last days, man, because that's what we're living in. You know, regardless of, people's vain opinions and their little weak-minded nature, on how they try to discredit the Most High, that He don't exist, like these bugged out atheists. Hey, we're in those times, man. The signs are, everything is evident. Everything is being manifested. People killing each other, drugs, all the racial tension that's conspiring within the earth. All that's prophecy, man. You know, the animals are dying. Yeah, I'm out here prophesying. All right, the word prophecy means to say before something comes to pass, which a lot of you people don't believe in. You know, y'all walk in y'all's little comfort zones, y'all's little bubble here in America, aka spiritually known as Babylon or Egypt. Why is it known as Egypt? Because it's a house of bondage, where they did the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians back in Egypt in the old times during the time of Moses. Happened here in America too with the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. Okay, so I'm going to go into prophecy. I'm going to jump out with 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1. You know, let these boys know what's up. It says, He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And a lot of people ain't diligent. They're diligent in their own craft with their own physical hands, like building up these buildings, roads, you know, trying to come up with the new thing, the new invention, you know, but they ain't diligent in the spirit, calculating the times. All right, all the different fires that are going on within over there with California. Those fires that are going on. Tornado just hit Dallas, Texas. We're in October, man. You know what I'm saying? We're next weekend's gonna be November. So there's a tornado that hit Dallas, Texas. When was it? Yesterday or the day before? You know, even the seasons are out of whack. So the scriptures say you gotta measure. When you measure something, it means you're calculating it. You're getting an approximation of what it is. I'm gonna bring out that word measure. All right. It says, I'm gonna jump down to the letter C, and I'm in the Salakia and the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and it says an estimate of what is to be expected. So the scriptures has given us this expectation of something to come to pass. Okay? What is that? Death and destruction, famine, all right? Race riots, etc. All these things are coming to its fruition, to its fulfillment. Okay? If all you got to do is look at the internet, pay attention to what's going on in the news. Everybody uses the internet. You know, Yahoo, you got the Yahoo News, Google, you got all these different avenues to help you see what time we're in. Okay? So it says an estimate of what is to be expected. The measure of their salakia, as of a person or situation. So what is the situation we're in? We're coming into death and destruction. It's obvious. It's evident. Look what they're doing to the Negroes over there with the police force, shooting them dead. All right, with no cause, killing off the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. All right, why is this all coming into its full? Because we're living in the last days. All right, I'm gonna read it again. 2nd Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. See, which who told us before? The prophets of old, man. All right, the true men of the Lord, not these fake bugged out Christians, self-proclaimed Christians, and these churches. Okay, and leading our people astray, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. Because we are the true people of the Most High, not them fake Jews over there in Israel. You're gonna learn more here today than you will ever learn in your schools, man. Whatever type of educational system you go to, college, it don't matter. Because we have the truth. Why? Because the Most High endowed us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. The hidden mysteries of the Bible. And go ahead and bring this out. here in the book of Matthew chapter 13. Matthew 13. Matthew 13 and 10. I'll start at verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You see? That's why you got a bunch of scoffers and mockers thinking this is a game. You know? Laughing about things. You know? Not taking life serious. Because the Most High set us on the earth to follow after his ways, the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Alright? That's what the Most High had, matter of fact, let me get it. In the book of Ecclesiastes, right here, in Ecclesiastes, start off, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of men. This is the whole duty of the Most High, is to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay? Not to be put on the earth playing games, laughing, smiling. You know? I mean, I'm not saying you can't have joy on the earth. You have joy with whatever you bring in as your labor. You know? But we're coming into serious times, man. Very serious times. Let me read it again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. This is the whole duty of men. It's to keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, man. Why? Because this word is what's going to save you. The engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. In the book of James chapter 1. Okay? And it's true. But not everybody's going to believe. Just like they don't believe that they're in the last days. Okay? They don't believe that they're in the end of days. Why? Because they don't have that spiritual discernment to be able to see these things come to its full. You know? I'm going to read this one in Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. For the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Because the evil day shall surely come. Okay? And they are here. It just slowly coming to its full and its fruition to be fulfilled in a whole. You know? That's why those brothers would come out to the highways and the byways, you know, measuring the time diligently in itself, for they hear, whether they hear or forbear. We're going to sound the trumpet. All right? Let's go over here to, in the book of, this is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. And that's what the Most High has us set up on the watch, as those watchmen, sounding the trumpet. Just like you got this bell going off right now, that is to make people aware of a certain time, man. You know? So it's the same thing with the Most High's men, the men of the Lord that are on the highways and the byways sounding the trumpet, warning you, telling you of a coming destruction. They're going to implement martial law. They're going to force you to take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay? Which is the ultimate allegiance to this place, America, man. Okay? So these are the things that are coming to pass. The RFID chip, which they're already doing it. People are voluntarily taking the chip. You got various companies within the United States that have certain employees, a certain amount of employees within these companies that are being injected with these microchips, man. And they've been doing it to the animals for decades. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing new underneath the sun, as far as like in our time. They've been testing on animals, the RFID chip, keeping track of the certain animals. You know, now they want to keep track of you people. All right? They want to make sure that like the surveillance cameras they have today, that's Big Brother. But the ultimate one is going to be the RFID chip, because it's going to monitor your whereabouts when you clock in and out of work. Okay? Whether you be at school, home, a job, don't matter. On the road, All right, they're gonna know where you're at all times. That's how this man is. This man wants to be. You know. But the Most High is gonna come to a point where he's gonna stop all that, man. You know. It says, "I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." You know. Because that's our job, is to come out to the highways and the byways to speak this word, man. Let me go ahead and bring this one out in the book of Joel. Let's see here. Joel chapter 2 verse 1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion." Now Zion is another word to call Israel. Where Zion, when you go into that word, it means monument. A monument is what? Something that is erected in commemoration of something that once existed or exists, but now today, right now, it exists. We're the representation showing you that the Most High's men of the Lord are alive, man. Not being a self-proclaimed Christian. A lot of you people don't even know what a Christian really is, or what that word really represents. Okay? So, Zion, it says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain." And that's what we're doing. We're not coming out here with no device. It's organically being projecting our voice up in the air, as it was prophesied in the book of Ezekiel 37 unto the valley of dry bones, man. Okay, we're gonna speak this breath of life into those dry bones, which is representation of someone being spiritually dead, not physical corpses laying in the streets. Okay, it's all symbolic. Okay, it says, "Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand." You see, that imminent day of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus, that day is at hand, man, and it's nearer than you believe. Okay, the Most High is visiting the earth. That's why you see all these different calamities, atrocities going on within the earth. It's of no coincidence. All right? Smile now, cry later. That's a Latino saying, man. Really, they get it from the Bible. You can smile now and cry. You're going to cry later, man. The scriptures say it's better to go into the house of mourning than into the house of feasting with mirth. That's what we're doing. We're sighing and crying for all the abominations committed in the earth. All the abominations that are committed in the earth. We're sighing and crying about it. All right? 2/3 of our own people, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, they're going to be put to death. Why? Because they refuse to follow the Heavenly Father, man. While the rest of you heathens, y'all going to be put into captivity. Y'all going to die on this side too. Your own government's going to turn their back on you. Y'all don't even know that. Some of y'all do. Your average Joe six-packs. You know? That's why y'all gathering certain artillery, weaponry, building underground bunkers, getting what they call y'all doomsday preppers, because you actually think you're going to fight against the beast. You ain't going to win against the beast. The beast has certain technology you never even heard of. All he has to do is send out a low frequency and he'll bug you people out. He ain't got to use no weapon as far as a missile or a gun. He can bug you out with just a punch of a button that's going to send out a frequency and you're done. You know? He can send a missile from the satellites and destroy you, man. You know? So the Most High has always given us the prophets, the men of the Lord, the duty, the obligation to prophesy unto his people, warning them. Okay? And the Bible is only for the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians. And I'm saying that because our people are the ones that fit the curses in the Bible, man. You got some so-called white people that are Israelites as well. Okay? If this truth resonates with you and you agree with it, then you're an Israelite. If you buck up against it, you ain't no Israelite. And there's no such thing as Jewish. That's not that the word Jewish means not quite. Okay? And even those people know they're not the Jews. And the word Jew is a derivative from the word Judah. They don't come from the tribe of Judah. According to the Bible, the Judites were so-called black people. They have melanin, pigment. It's common sense. Okay? But all these things are coming to its fruition because it's a prophecy that's going to be fulfilled. And it's being fulfilled right before you people's face. And nobody could do nothing about it. Because the Most High, he's a master chess player. He's in control of all things. He controls your presidents, your governors, all right? Your politicians, your world leaders. The Most High controls all that, man. Okay? So going back real quick, I'm gonna start at finish off Joel 2 and 2. At day of darkness and of gloominess, at day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. Right? And that's what's coming, man. A great darkness of gloominess is coming upon the earth. And spiritually, it's already here. But physically, it's gonna manifest itself. As far as being all war is gonna break out, all hell's gonna break loose, war, famine. You know, it's gonna be a famine for hunger, thirst, like food, water. Just like over there in Venezuela, they're already experiencing it, man. But you got a lot of insurrections going on within the earth, riots. The government are fighting against the people that are protesting, that are standing up against the governments. You know, all this stuff is prophesied, man, to happen. That's a day of great darkness, man. And it's gonna get worse. That's just the tip of the iceberg, man. It says, going back to Habakkuk 2 and 2, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right. What does that word vision go back to? It's synonymous to the word prophecy. Right? It said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. So that, what does that mean? That we're breaking things down, giving you the understanding of certain things regarding the Bible. Okay? Let me get this one here in the book of Psalms. Let's see. Let's see here. Brothers, bear with me real quick. Let's see. God, this is Psalm 78 and 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known of our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he had done. And that's what we're doing. We're making these things plain upon the table, man. You know, serving you that good food, you know, properly set, you know, got your proper silverware that you need to eat the meal. Everything is ready to go, man. You know, but we know 2/3 of our people are going to despise and cast that away because they don't believe. This is Proverbs 9 and 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beast. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the high places of the city. Who is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, come eat of my bread and drink of my wine, which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of understanding. You see? So that's what that means, man. To make things plain upon the tables. Giving you understanding, man. You know? This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 6. These words thou shalt declare, and these shalt thou hide. See, then there's certain things that we're not going to make known open. Certain things are going to be specifically for those that are sincerely wanting to listen. But other things we're going to make known. We're going to declare. And now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed thee, and the dreams that thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard. For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son, and with such as be like thee, until the times be ended. Right? And that's when we're coming to that time. That prophecy is being fulfilled. We're all going to meet together, caught up in the chariot, man. Where the angel says with the loud voice, come up hither. You know? Because we're coming into that end. We're all meeting together. All brothers are waking up from the northern and southern kingdom, man. You know? But we're going to make things plain to the best of our ability, whatever the Most High sees fit. Let me get this other one. Let's see here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 43. As for me, I spake in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. In 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish it openly, that the worthy and the unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them to such as be wise among the people. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so. And that's the commandment. We have to come out here and break things down, certain things to all nations. But not all the hidden mysteries of the kingdom of heaven are going to be revealed unto those, though. You know, even if we did, they're still not going to understand nor accept them. Why? Because they're not for them to accept. This word is likened unto a seed, and the seed is meant to be planted and to grow. Okay? Most High is not going to allow his seed to die. That's why he says, wherever I send my word, it shall not return unto me void. Let me bring it out. So this word can never go out like that. This is Isaiah 55 and 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see? So this word is all about building up brothers. It's meant to draw on the elect. Okay? Just because you don't believe doesn't mean it's you're gonna keep the word of the Most High from coming to its fulfillment, man. You know, the prophecies. You know? Let me see, where am I? I think that was it, yep. So let me go back to where I was. Line that back up. You know, because that's what we're doing. We're measuring the time, man. You know. Going back to Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, write the prophecy, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. You see? And you may run that readeth it, man. You're gonna move in action with this, man. You're gonna be prompted to serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and doing the protocols that are to be meet and fulfilling the spectrum of being a man of the Lord, man. As putting on the hopeful elect. You know. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see? Meaning that it's gonna come to its fulfillment. It's not going to go out void. The Most High's word don't return unto him void, man. It goes to wherever he sends it. It's going to be accomplished. You know. And let me see. Let me finish this one up in Psalm 78 and 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. You see? So to you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, it's our obligation to make these things known unto you, man. Not to hide them and put them under a napkin. That's why the Lord's likened us unto a candlestick that's lit, you know? Because a candlestick that's lit, you don't put it underneath a table. You don't hide it away, because what is it going to do? It's going to burn out, or it could catch everything on fire and destroy everybody. But what do? You set it in a place where it's able to give the room light, for people to see, hey, there's light, let's go over there. Or let's seek rest around there, you know? Or let's seek warmth there. That's what the Most High is liking us, but not to hide it, you know? And that's what we come out to do, man. Like I said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, okay? Calculate it, get an approximate time of what it could be. And that's why even Yahweh Shai said, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So people say, oh, he's always said that. Yeah, but because all these prophecies, the things that were coming to pass, we're getting that much closer to that time. So it's a very important sounding of alarm, warning, to give people plenty of time to repent. This didn't just happen back in the 1960s, 70s. This happened going 2,000 plus years ago with Yahweh Shai. So people have no excuse. People all know about the Bible. People know about the end of the world coming, right? I mean, the people that don't know what that represents, they don't know what it means, you know? The end of the world is not the end of the earth. It's the end of a ruling nation, okay? That is ruling the earth and everything that exists in the earth, all right? Which we know as Esau. Esau is the one that's going to be destroyed, which is the so-called white man, okay? He's the one that's going to be, he's the one that's represented, he's the one that represents the end of the world. Meaning that it's the end of an age, all right, which it's the end of his rulership, you know what I'm saying? So just like Egypt, Babylon, Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, you know, you had the French, you know, you had the Great Britain, you know, I mean, you got Europe over there still, you know, thriving and shit like that, you know, but you know, that's the time we're coming into, man. We're living in the time of prophecy, you know. It says that the generation, Salakia, verse Psalm 78 and 6, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. You know, just like us brothers, we make known the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven to our children. We're telling our children the true names of the Most High. We're telling them that he ain't no white Jesus. We're telling him that he's a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. The Bible depicts what the Lord looked like, man. Okay? So we're revealing the mysteries, the ones that we ain't gonna reveal to every single buddy, to our children. Okay? Let's go over here to the book of Deuteronomy. But we hope that our seed take heed to it, you know. This is Deuteronomy 32, and I'll start at verse 6. It says, do you thus requite or requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he shall show thee, thy elders, and they shall tell thee. And that's what we're doing, man. You know, you got thousands of brothers that are waking up, that are on the highways and the byways preaching this gospel, man. And pretty much in every major city here in the United States, you got a camp preaching this word, man. You know, that are pushing this truth. Okay, that are publishing the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And what does it say that when this word is published to the four corners of the earth, that the end shall come? You know. This is in the book of Job 8:8. It says, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee, and tell thee, and utter words out of their heart?" You see? And where are we getting that main prophecy? Is from the Bible, man. He's uttering his words unto us. That's why it says, if anybody shall, what does it say? Here in Revelations, Revelations 3:19, "As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him, and I will sup with him, and he with me." You see? So that's how the Most High sups with that. That's how we're able to receive certain revelations. You know, the word revelation in the book of Revelation means to reveal or to pull back the veil, meaning that it's going to take away that blindness away from your eyes to be able to see. You know, and not everybody's going to see. Not everybody's going to prepare themselves for the day of the end. You know, only the elect. All right. Let me see. There's one script. This is 1 Peter 4:7. "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer." See? But there's another one. Hang on, let me find it. See where it's at. You know? That's what we're coming into, man. But the end is at hand, man. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. "But of the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Right? So all his brothers that are in the know, we know this. We know this. But we still have to sound the trumpet. We still got to continue to warn individual people, because all the elect are not sealed up yet. Because the Lord said once the elect are sealed up, then that's when all hell's going to break loose. The end comes. Right? Because that means that the word had reached the four corners of the earth, which we already know that's in Africa. The truth is waking up brothers in Africa, Mexico, Hawaii, Alaska, Canada. Brothers are waking up everywhere, man. You know? This is not that old-time plantation Christianity doctrine that's been enslaving our people for hundreds of years, man. That's nothing but rape, robbed, and pillaged our people, man. This is the truth that we're coming out today, that new song. All right? Harping with our hearts. What is that harp? Our mouthpiece, man. What the Most High gave us to come out here into the highways and the byways. To speak. You know? To show the truth. To reveal the truth. But he that hear, let him hear. But he that forbear, let him forbear. So if you want to be ignorant, be ignorant. The scriptures say he